How's life changed for you, and what's stayed the same? Because it's been a bit of a whirlwind since you won that belt.
I'm more busy, which is a good problem to have, I guess. I'm never take it for granted, I'm blessed. But same as my friends, they haven't changed at all. They make fun of me all the time, and like the fire station, they actually make fun of me harder at the station. But I wouldn't change it for the world. I love it, and I'm happy.
I was about to ask you about that at the station. Obviously, there's probably loads of banter flying about between you getting stick for being like Mr. Big Time now. You've got the gold belt now. Is that?
Oh yeah, all the time. They make me clean the toilets all the time. And it's terrible. But they're just having fun. And
it's kind of a unique story in as much as you're a world champion in one of the most demanding sports in the world, and yet you still hold down this job as a firefighter, and you're planning on continuing doing that, presumably, yeah?
Oh yeah, I love what I do in both aspects, fighting and being a firefighter and a paramedic. I work so hard to become that, or why would I give it up, And I'm lucky I work at 2 departments that are part-time. I pick my shifts a month in advance, so I can usually trade, so I have great chiefs too, so it always works out.
And over here in the UK, firefighters, obviously, they've got a great reputation for saving lives and all the rest of it. Over here, they're also quite well known for doing other random things like saving cats from trees and things like that. What kind of bizarre call-outs have you had while you've been on duty?
We don't save cats, as everyone say. We have the city workers do that. But I'm trying to think right now. I mean, we get a lot of weird calls. We do get weird calls. I had a guy. We get a lot of medical calls. So we had an old guy, he's probably 85 years old, was cutting wood with a chainsaw, and he cut his arm pretty bad. And he was like so cool and calm. He's like, it's me, my arm. And he moved it. I'm like, oh, don't move that. And so we bandaged it up and took him to the hospital. But he was like just laid back about it. You know what I mean? I'm like, and so I'm like, I was like, I'm going to do an IV on you. He's like, oh, it's gonna hurt. I'm like, bro, you have this massive wound from a chainsaw. He's like, just weird things like that. Just people just weird.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And obviously from Ohio, a proud Ohio native, and we've got this incredible story happening with Cleveland. Give us a bit of the backstory about Cleveland's always been a bit of a hard luck story sporting wise, and now all of that changed when you won the heavyweight championship, and now it seems like things are picking up. Tell me about how it was and how things are now, and just how great it is to be a sports fan in Cleveland.
It's about to get better tonight when the Indians win the World Series. But yeah, man, as a kid, I didn't understand as much as a kid. I was a little kid. I loved the Browns and loved the Indians and stuff like that. But I liked the other teams too. But then as I got older, I just the loyalty. I just loved them. And it's just so hard to watch it sometimes because we're so close yet so far. Just one thing goes wrong, or it was hard. It was hard. And we just people were making fun of us, mistake by the lake. If we ever go to Cleveland, and then we got LeBron, and then we were doing good, and then he left, and then he came back, and then we got a casino. The city's alive now. It's beautiful, and then boom, we win titles.
And tell me about the emotion walking into that arena, and as the world heavyweight champion. Obviously, you did the parade and all of that, and that must have been an incredible experience. But the experience of actually walking into the arena as the world heavyweight champion in Cleveland, just tell us about
that. I got goosebumps thinking about it right now. Walking out, I didn't expect it to be that loud. I knew it was gonna be loud, but I just didn't know. And they just, the Cleveland people are a different breed of people. They're just, they're like creations. They're just hardworking people, and they got loyalty, and they're there for your team. And just walking out, people just screaming and just giving you just so much energy. It was awesome.
And how have they embraced you sort of outside of the sport? So obviously you work in the state and in the town as well. So what's the general the sort of public reaction to you when people see you around and about these days?
Oh, hey, look at a picture. For sure. It's a lot more. I get noticed a lot more, which is great. I'm just happy and just blessed, and I'll never take it for granted. I'm just happy.
And heavyweight champion of the world. The title that tends to come with that is the baddest man on the planet. It used to be the boxing heavyweight champion of the world. Do you think that strapline is more appropriate for the UFC champion right now?
Oh, 100%. I love boxing, but there's so many more aspects to MMA is mixed martial arts. You know, there's so many different martial arts you have to learn. So I think so.
And the heavyweight division right now, things are beginning to sort of fall into place a little bit. It looks like we've got a title eliminator, Kane, who you haven't fought before, against Fabricio, who obviously you have. What do you make of both fighters? Who do you think is the better overall heavyweight?
You know, I'm not good at picking that, you know, or choosing a fighter. They're both amazing fighters. You know, they fought the best, they beat the best in the world. You know, Verdum, you know, he looked okay his last fight, you know, against Travis Brown. And then, you know, Kane looked amazing against his fight against Travis Brown. Oh, they actually both fought Travis Brown. I just realized that. You know, and I think, you know, I think Kane wants to get that loss back, you know, and, you know, Verdum, you know, he's confident. He's always confident. So it's going to be a, you know, interesting fight. I think whoever implements their game plan the best is going to win. But, you know, whoever wins, I don't care. I mean, I'll be ready. You know, I match up very well with both of them. So, you know, whoever wins and they put me against them, I'll be happy.
It's a division that's up until, well, probably still right now, it's populated by a lot of veterans of the sport, people who've been around the sport and in that heavyweight division for quite a long time. There are three guys who could potentially jump into that heavyweight division and make a bit of a dent, who are currently at 205. You've got Daniel Cormier, who obviously used to fight at heavyweight. You've got Anthony Rumble Johnson, who's talked about potentially jumping up. And obviously you've got John Jones as well. There's the potential for any one or more of those jumping up to heavyweight in the next 12 to 18 months. What do you make of those three? And of those three, who do you think would give you the best test in a heavyweight championship?
You know, I don't know. They're both, all three of them are amazing fighters. You know, they all bring different aspects. You know, Anthony Rumble Johnson, he's hard. You know, just boom, you gotta watch out for. He's got hammers as fists. You know, DC. You know, he's good all around. Pushes the pace. You know, makes you think of what you're doing and makes you uncomfortable. You know, and John Jones is one of the greatest of all time. You know, he's an animal, but I think all three of them are just they'd be all a great test.
You'd fancy your chances against all three of them, presumably?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'll fight whoever I fight. Honestly, I'll be confident I'll walk in wherever I'm facing. I have the best coaches in the world.
And one of the topics this year has been these gold belts have proven quite hard to hang on to, and none more so than the heavyweight championship. You've already defended it successfully once. The record is 2. How many times do you think you're going to defend this for?
A long time. I'm a pick, but I'm going to have the belt for a long time. I work too hard to give it up.
Brilliant. And in terms of the overall sport itself, it's going through a period of change right now. We've got new owners coming in. We don't know what 2017 is going to look like. Potentially, we might see more world championship fights going internationally. Is that something you'd be particularly interested to get involved in, fighting overseas? You've done it before?
I mean, honestly, I don't really, man. I mean, I fought all over the world. Like, there's nothing new to me. I mean, honestly, I fought Australia, Brazil twice. You know, I fought in the UK, I fought in Canada. I mean, so it's, you know, wherever they want me to fight, I'm going to fight. This is the job I picked, and, you know, I can't really pick and choose. I mean, I love to fight in the States all the time. You know, I hate traveling, so, but it's whatever they want me to do.
And I understand you're off to Croatia next.
Tomorrow I leave to go to Croatia. I get to see Mirko again with my dude, and you know, get to meet the fans and stuff, and live it up there again. I love going there.
Tell us a bit about the relationship with you and Mirko, how that started and how it sort of blossomed over time.
Oh, he just, you know, we met a few times, you know, and then he invited me to train with him for 2 weeks. I said, of course. And you know, he's just an amazing guy, just a great man. You know, I'm lucky to have him as a friend.
Brilliant. And in terms of UFC 205, I understand after that you're heading back to New York for UFC 205. How much do you enjoy just going to these events virtually as a fan and just having the pressure off and being able to actually just enjoy watching the fights? Because effectively that's how it's going to be for you.
Oh, it's going to be amazing. No nerves or anything like that. I'm just going to sit there and relax and enjoy myself and you know, get to watch the fights.
Is there a particular bout that you're really looking forward to seeing?
All of them. I mean, it's such a stacked card. You know, I'm excited to get this. You know, Chris Weidman, I'm good friends with. I get to watch him fight, so I'm really excited to see that fight. But I mean, honestly, all the fights, from start to finish, is an amazing card.
Great stuff. Thanks very much.
Yes, sir.